I stole this one from Noah Olson. I did something. Some of you already saw this, but I created the Gotham Benchmarks, which are 14 workouts, which are going to be done over the course of 3 weeks. And I was inspired by Frank.
His name is Frank!
You know, the dude who runs the CrossFit Affiliate Collective. You may have seen that video that I made on the dude. Frank runs the CF Affiliate Collective, which does not, believe it or not, stand for CrossFit. It stands for Community First, but everybody knows what you're doing there, where it tells everybody that he wasn't paying his coaches, amongst a bunch of other things. Frank is the lucky recipient of the award of the first person that I have ever blocked on Instagram.
Wow.
Somebody on Reddit the other day, Banana Dance Man, was trying to tell me that I muted him or something somewhere.
You think?
But you cannot take that away from Frank, Banana Dance Man. This is the crowning moment of Frank's life. Why did I block Frank? I liken it to going to Walmart. And every time you walk into Walmart, there's that greeter there who's like,
"Welcome to Costco. I love you."
"Oh, nice shirt. Oh, nice shirt. Oh, nice shirt." And you're like, "Oh yeah, thanks, man. This is my favorite white undershirt." You go and you grab a cart and you come around and you hear that same person now telling the person behind you that they had a nice shirt. And you're like, "Wait a minute." As you kind of scoot on over to the subway, you're sitting in the subway. It's like, does this guy tell everybody that they got a nice shirt?
I love you.
And then some construction worker with holes and grease stains all over their uniform walks in and the guy goes, "Oh, nice shirt." And then all of a sudden you're thinking, Frank, his version of nice shirt is I'm going to collectively collectivate the affiliates to get together and buy CrossFit from private equity.
No one knows what it means,
He just says it. He just says it to everybody. He doesn't even know what it means.
but it's provocative.
That construction worker isn't even wearing a shirt, Frank. And I was inspired by Frank to do something like this.
Gets the people going.
Because he likes to make the claim that I don't do anything of benefit for the CrossFit community.
Oh well.
Which brings me to the Gotham Benchmarks. When I started CrossFit, one of the coolest things for me was that I could do Fran and then someone else could do Fran. If I do it in 3 minutes and you do it in 3.5, it's like, aha, I'm fitter than you. But then you gotta go a little bit deeper. There's Diane, there's Helen, there's Grace, there's Isabel, there's Murph. You do all the tests, then all of a sudden you gotta kind of figure out like, what does it mean if you're better at this and then that and then whatever. To the Open, there's the CrossFit Open. Every year we had the 5 tests of fitness. And after those 5 tests of fitness, I finish in 10,000th and my buddy finishes in 11,000. Like, haha, I am 1,000 spots better than you. And also on the other side of that, you compare you to you. So if I finish in 10,000th here in the year 2018, and then I finish in 9,000th in the next year, and then I finish in 8,000th the next year, it's like, wow, this is great. I'm getting 1,000 spots fitter every single year. And then CrossFit comes along and they remove 2 of those workouts. You're like, oh, this is already bad. 3 weeks is way worse than 5 weeks. Why? It's because inherently when you do less workouts, you are getting less data points to see how you statistically stand up against either yourself or other people. But okay, all is okay until we have examples like what happened last year. I believe it was the second workout of the Open. It was the double under deadlift rowing workout. There was that chick, what's her name? Claudia, something with a C. She won the workout. She's from somewhere over the pond, and I get 5 inboxes. 5 from people who had eyes on the person saying that when she tried to redo the workout, she was falling 1 round short. And then there were also some of those 5 people who said that when she did it the first time, she just put the wrong score in. So it's, I don't remember if it was 10, 11, or 12, or 13, maybe 9. Let's say she got 10 rounds and she wrote down 11. She just counted the wrong number of rounds. And her score still sits at the top of the leaderboard. And if the person who won a workout isn't having their scores verified by CrossFit, what does it mean for everybody else? I mean, I just put up a picture on Mrs. Adele, Mr. Adele, you mean Juicehead himself. And he just won the CrossFit Games after a quarterfinals showing where he clearly isn't doing the muscle ups to extension. So, Mr. Frank, CrossFit Affiliate Collective man Frank, nice shirt, Frank, nice shirt, nice shirt, nice shirt, Frank. I'm not wearing the shirt. Frank can't tell me I'm wearing a nice shirt. Frank, what I've done with the Gotham Benchmarks, as simply stated as possible, there are 14 workouts. You have to do them in 3 weeks for the test to count. But 21 days, 14 workouts, done on a running clock. I think it was 2007 CrossFit Games that kind of started that. HillerFit members are currently being put through the paces on this. So for Monday, when we started the workout Batgirl, which is 150 feet of walking lunges into 30 sandbag cleans and do 150 feet of farmer's grip walking lunges, your score started. So if that workout took you 10 minutes, and then on Tuesday you did the workout Alfred, which is 5 rounds of running and biking, from the second that the workout Alfred started, you're at 10:01, 10:02, 10:03. Let's say that workout took you 30 minutes, which it might. You've got a score of 40 minutes after 2 events. And just like golf, your ideal score is to be finishing as low as possible. So if at the end of the weekend, I get a score of, let's just call it 4 hours, and you get a score of 4 hours and 1 minute, I'm fitter than you. How much fitter am I? Well, that's where the player rater comes in. Think Madden, think NBA, 2K, whatever, MLB, the show. I don't care what game you want to say, but every player on that game has a rating. Let's go to football. Everybody knows Patrick Mahomes, right? He's the best quarterback in the NFL, American football. Not the silly one with the kicking of the soccer ball. But he's probably a 99 overall. Think about the Bears' new starting quarterback, that's Caleb Williams. He's probably in the 70s somewhere. The better you are, the better you get, the higher your score goes. If Caleb Williams has a killer year, he's going to have a higher player rating next year. I actually think that the game adjusts week over week, present day, with the updates, with the way technology is. And that's kind of how the Gotham Benchmarks are set up. You won't know that. Only I know that. Anybody anywhere can do the workouts the same way that anyone anywhere can theoretically do the open workouts. But it's only once you sign up for the open that you're now kind of putting that giant list, the giant spreadsheet against everybody else. I have the spreadsheet. The HillerFit members will be given a fitness score from 1 all the way up to 99. I have these things kind of set up where, in theory, only the fittest on earth will have the highest scores. You are being tested on a scale of the fittest on earth, which means that when you get a score of 32 or 41 or 52, you're like, okay, this is cool. I'm half as fit as James Sprague. Right? I'm half as fit as Tia Toomey. I was really excited when CrossFit came out with the levels model. This could be awesome. It could also not be awesome. CrossFit levels, what are they? I'm going to attack it as non-negatively as possible. I don't think I'm a negative person. I love positivity. Most things I hear it, and when people are just being negative for no reason, it hurts me a little bit. I am also in the camp where I don't like to look at something and assume the best, hope for the best, and just wait for the best, and then, get kicked in the butt when it doesn't end up turning out the right way. So I like to be realistic with these things. That was probably 2.5 years ago at this point. Remember, I made a video on that too. It was something that was really cool. You're gonna get a CrossFit level, and then all of a sudden they just didn't talk or tell you how or any of that. But I'm telling you that the Gotham benchmarks are set up on the time continuum. The faster you go over the course of your 14 workouts, the better your score will be. The next thing to this is if you walk into any gym anywhere, the fittest person is who? You're probably thinking, oh, the strongest person who can also do the gymnastics and also has an engine. It's like, okay, but what does that mean? Generally, what that's going to mean is that they can do all the workouts as prescribed. I know that some of you have looked at these workouts and you're like, I can't do the Batman. And yeah, that's the point. If everybody could do all the workouts as written, it's just a race to who's the quickest. Sometimes there has to be something harder. So if there are 14 different workouts and you can only do 13 of them as written, the person who could do all 14 as written will have a higher score inherently than you who did 13. That also goes for the same person who is doing this from the bottom. They're trying to increase their fitness level. They have a score of 22, and they also know that they only did 3 workouts as prescribed. What I've got my people doing is we're currently going through the benchmarks. This is week 0. Fast forward 6 months from now, we're going to do it all over again. They'll know their scores, they'll know what they need to beat, but the main thing that they're going to want to try to do is if they only did 3 workouts as prescribed, they want to try to see which one of those they can think about doing as prescribed for a 4th. The big thing about doing them as prescribed is looking at the minimum work requirement. So let's just look at Batman. That's going to be the one that's most unlikely to be done as written. You look at the first deadlift weight, it's 495 for the men, 335 for the women. You might look at it and say, nope, can't do that, so you got to go look at the light version. I don't care if the light version is like, oh, but I can do the ring muscle ups. It's like, just do the workout as written on the light thing, because remember, your score is the continuum of time. If you look at burpee pull-ups or single unders, you can say, wow, I can do that really quick, and it's going to help out your score overall to do all the movements easier. Yes, of course, you're going to be down a little bit because you need the workout as prescribed as RX, but maybe next time. That's the entire purpose of doing training, so you get fitter, so you can get better, so you can see yourself moving up your own leaderboard. So if you finish with a score of 22, and the next time we do everything and you finish with a score of 28, you're like, wow, I'm 6 points better. And it might be because of one little change. You hit the minimum work requirement of 1 round on the Batman, and that's because your deadlift went up enough so you could get through 1 round of the deadlift, or the bench press, or the power snatch, or whatever. It's the biggest thing about doing the open as well. But the open has no minimum work requirement, and I think that might be be an awesome implementation of it. So let's go talk about back curl again, where it's lunges, cleans, lunges. It's 150 feet on both sides and then 30 cleans in the middle. The minimum work requirement is 15 sandbag cleans of the 150 for the men and 100 pounds for the women. In the open, first of all, there wouldn't be sandbag cleans, but that's besides the point. There could be a slider which just completely kicks your score out to the bottom. If you don't finish, 15 sandbag cleans. Because everybody would be trying to do the double unders, but it just say, all right, here, you need to just do the workout light, a lighter sandbag with lighter dumbbells on the lunges because you can't do the minimum work requirement. On this crazy workout called Bane, the minimum work is to get through 25 of the 75 toes to bar. See how deep in there that is? But there's also a 30-minute time cap. Now, mind you, this is the first iteration of what I'm doing here. It's something that I put more thought into than you probably think. But I do have this table right here. It's a table for me, it's a table for my members. It's a table that you're more than welcome to try to put your score in as well. If you are already part of the program, make sure you fill out each and every one of these workouts. Make sure you click the RX button if you want RX. Make sure you do not click the RX button if you descaled it, if you went into the light version of it. And I told you this thing's on the time continuum, right? So, as I have had as the standard for as long as I've been writing workouts at affiliates since 2015, 2014, writing workouts in affiliates, each rep you miss is worth a second. So if you time cap on the workout freeze, which is 50 GHD sit-ups, 50 toes to bar, and 50 sit-ups, you got 25 sit-ups left at the end of that workout because you can't freaking do any more sit-ups because you are frozen. Haha, see how that workout works? Your score is going to be 825. 25 missed reps equals 25 seconds on top of the time cap. I've been in brief talks with some people who have been at the CrossFit Games over the past couple of years who I'm willing to see if they have any interest in doing all of these over the course of 3 weeks to see how this stacks up as far as having the actual best people in the world put their freaking scores into the ringer. So that's cool. So Frank, I could give 3 craps about your stupid collective. I'm actually out here doing stuff. I had 3 separate phone calls of no less than 30 minutes with people who were talking to me about the freaking Masters event, all of which were talking to me about John Adele, the juice head. So when I make a video like that, it's not like I'm just sitting here trying to make money off of the freaking thing, but I am trying to make money off the freaking thing. Just like I'm trying to make money off of this, which is why I want you to sign up for the program. Because how cool would it be if I could just put this into an app so I don't have to sit here forever and do everything manually? How cool would it be if I could just package this for $5 and say, here's the test of Gotham, here's the test of Marvel. These are the DC events written by J.R. Howell. I don't know, pulling it out of my butt. But in the world of things that are free, you can still go do the workouts on your own. Have fun, look at the elite time, look at the time cap, look at the goal time, see if you can do it. Test yourself on a workout like freaking Bane. I've done that workout 4 times. I think that my best time on Bane is actually just shy of 21 minutes. It's like 22 minutes. I gotta go look. That's right, I've actually done the freaking things. Double Fran, which is Harley Quinn. Isn't that cool? It's like the freaking insane chick. It's like, Fran is hard. Yeah, all the things that Greg Weston says about Fran. It's like the whirlwind that leaves you laying on your back. How about Harley Quinn? Double Fran. Catwoman's got all these box jump overs like a freaking cat. Freeze, already told you it makes you frozen either in the moment or the next day. Alfred, he's running around like crazy. He's got no time cap because he's a butler and he's working at all hours of the day. Poison Ivy's this death by workout. Death by workout, poison, death by poison ivy. Commissioner Gordon rose from the dead. Deadlift. The Riddler, how is it gonna go? And I do these ring muscle ups into bar muscle ups. Everyone does 30 for time. I stole this one from Noah Olson. I've done that one too. The Penguin, you run, you do all these pistols, you do all these pistols, you run again, you run like a freaking penguin. I have more creativity in the tip of my penis, Frank, than someone like you even realizes exists on the planet Earth amongst the entire population. You want your test of fitness? Sign up for the HillerFit program. Get all the workouts done within the next 3 weeks. Current members are already doing it. I have them placed in the daily workouts as they're being written. You can catch up or just do them on your own for free. I don't care. This is just step 1, and it's been fun. Andrew Hiller, out.
Please smash that like button, no one touches there, now see legend.